Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from December 6th through the 8th, 2024. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle here for Gemini. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. Gemini, we have new beginnings and we have a consciousness of lack. Some of you may feel like something's stopping you and you can't put your finger on it, right? Whatever could be stopping you could be education, it could be finances, it could be connections, it could be the fact that you've been doing the same old, same old, same old, and not able to see any expansion or any kind of a growth. So we have a new beginnings here of something crashing down that causes a new beginning. A tower in Five of Cups is very transformative. It is definitely an energy of saying, I was not happy about this falling apart, but it was inevitable. It was going to fall apart. Whatever has fallen apart was going to, especially with judgment and consciousness of lack. You may feel like you didn't see that coming. You may have felt like, well, I kind of knew that this isn't going to work or that wasn't going to last. And it could be like a crash of like maybe oh gosh, like you lost your independence to some degree. Five of Cups, Tower, Five of Pentacles, and Judgment with new beginnings. This is a cycle of something just not having any potential whatsoever. It's crashed down. It's not emotionally fulfilling, and you're not really getting much out of it when in the way of materials, in the way of money, in the way of like, okay, maybe I'm not gaining anything from this situation, and that would be things like, my car didn't get fixed, I'm not able to pay these bills, dealing with this situation or this person. A consciousness of lack with the Queen of Pentacles and Judgment. For some of you, you may feel like you're not responsible. Like, I'm not able to do certain things for myself right now. I'm not able to. Spirit puts you in this position to help grow you as a person, and also to show you that, number one, well, this is something that's out of your control. I just have to say with the Tower, right? Five of Cups, Tower, Judgment, Five of Pentacles, and you got Judgment again with the Queen of Pentacles. This is telling me that it's time for you to focus on you. It's time for you to take care of you and also to dream bigger than what you've been dreaming. This is also speaking a lot about partnerships and how you are blossoming as a person. You just don't see it right now because it seems like you're in the middle of a bunch of rubble. Like, oh my gosh, everything that I have done or have been dealing with may be crashing down right now. There's a lot of these are all unexpected developments that entered your life that impact. They're definitely impacting your feelings. You may be depressed. You may feel hopeless. And Spirit is telling you that this is time for you now to reevaluate who you are. You may have been seeing the number 666. And that usually would scare the crap out of most people. They're like, "Oh my gosh, now I'm seeing the number of diabolical number." But this is a number of reflection, and so if you are seeing these numbers, they're asking you to put your faith in your intuition, in your gut, and in your inner voice, and pay attention to how you feel, and use your feelings to help you become a better person. A lot of the feelings that you may feel is, I have to prove myself. I have to prove that I'm responsible. I have to prove that I am reliable, dependable, or I have to prove that I can take care of my responsibilities, especially if you're a parent, right? And that could be something where, say, okay, the crash is like financially, I'm not able to provide, or I'm so emotionally bereft that I'm not able to be present right now. That is not, you don't have to prove that you are a stand up individual. You don't have to prove that you could take care of business, that you're intelligent, that you're responsible. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. They're almost showing that whatever you're going through at this point, for some of you, you may not recover until next year, a year from now. And then some of you, their Spirit's throwing out here, in a year from now, you're going to look back at this time and say, I'm so glad that I went through this, because I'm such a strong, I'm a stronger person now. I am in such a better position now. I'm in a way better position now. It's time now for you to recalibrate and balance yourself, which is not necessarily to say that you need money to do that, or you need to be in a certain space to do that, right? Um, Being spiritually aware. Someone just sent me something a few days ago uh, about spiritual narcissism, right? And not saying that that's what it's only coming up right now because they're showing that you are spiritually aware, you have great discernment, and you couldn't see this coming, and that a lot of people that are in that space would be like, oh, they're very, I would say, spiritually arrogant, right? And other people around you may be very spiritually arrogant or very arrogant in general. And so it's coming out to say that you don't need to prove yourself to these types of people that feel like these bad things are happening to you because of, especially with the number 666 coming out. Um, yeah, these things are happening to you because you're not righteous enough, you're not good enough, you're not responsible enough, you didn't prepare enough. So no, this is definitely not that. So I'm thinking that that's why Spirit wants me to bring that up, is that you don't need to prove yourself to those types of people at all. Okay, you have discovery here with the Eight of Pentacles and Magician. Discovery that everything works in your life. This is an intention that Spirit's putting you through to get you to understand that things can work for you in your life. It's important now to realize that you are free and nothing is stopping you, and the path is clear if you want it to be. You have to dream really big here. Dream really big with your whole heart. You have to come into this energy saying, I don't have to prove nothing to anybody. I know that what I want in my life, and I know that I'm going to be successful. I do know that right now, especially for you, you may have been in very terrible partnerships where your flaws were being showcased, where your like whatever emotional instability you may have felt based on the things you were going through had been used or weaponized against you. And so they're also showing that you will have better partnerships, that these things are crashing down on purpose because they were meant to. And you may discover that through all of this you realize that you should always believe in yourself, because maybe you did see some of this coming. Judgment says that something has come up repeatedly, and it was disappointing, but you didn't expect it to come to this. Great achievement with the Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups. The great achievement is moving on. The greatest achievement of all is that you are free. So whatever you may have lost, say, and I don't see like, oh, I lost my home, but I'm seeing maybe lost an income, maybe lost something that was very sad. It's very disappointing, right? You may have lost something you thought you really wanted. Sometimes what we want is not what we need. But what this says is that it's whatever you've lost has freed you. It's untethered you. Now you can fly. I'm seeing a butterfly for you. So maybe what you lost is your chrysalis. You lost your cocoon. And now it's okay. Now you're flying free. You can go wherever you want to go. You have to tell yourself that consistently over the weekend. I can do whatever. I can go wherever. Justice is coming in this energy as well. And so they're throwing out here that you need to understand that divine justice is coming, which means that divinely balancing yourself, that is what is going to happen. They want you to spend a lot of time on realizing that you are not imperfect. Nothing, you know what I mean? There's nothing, it's not that you aren't good or there's something wrong with you or that you're cursed or any of that mess. None of that. This is about shaping your spirit and into the best version of yourself. And that's why most of the stuff is happening. It was what this is showing to me. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. We have Aries, main signs. We also have Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. You could be a Taurus, Gemini cusp. Um, Dealing with an Aries Taurus cusp. If you're not dealing with these signs, which you don't have to be, these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.